Hello, tribe. This is me, Tiger, coming late to you because we once again had technical difficulties and I had old lady brain, but we fixed it. So we're glad that you still stuck with us. I'm here with my wonderful co-host Denise, also known as Divine, and two wonderful guests, both uh, Emily Zuzik and Sobereft. Hello, Divine.
Hi everybody. Hi Emily. Hi
Hi.
Sobereft. Thank you
Hello.
for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having us.
So,
Sorry
uh,
about that little technical difficulty we had there, but that's not going to stop us.
It's just technology. It's just a Saturday morning. Well, it's Saturday afternoon for you guys, but
So, um, let's get right back. Let's get right back into everything since we're a little late. Emily, tell us a little bit about yourself.
okay. Well, I am a singer-songwriter who works in a couple of genre. I've been working and recording and writing and touring for like 20 years. Um, Two main genres are like Americana rock, songwriter, and electronic music, which may not make any sense, but you should hear how my brain sounds. Um, and I'm in Los Angeles. It's a gray, misty morning, which is unusual for here, but I love it when it gets like this. And I just had a single come out with Trip Jacker, who I believe you had on a few weeks
Yep.
back, called Neon Lights. And I have a side project called Woves with some folks out here, which is sort of a synthwave analog synth project. And I put out a record last year of my own music called Torch and Trouble, which is sort of, I don't know, outlaw country, Americana rock, something like that. That's me.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm one of these people that I don't really care about genres. You know, if you feel it, you do it, right? So,
Right, exactly.
absolutely. So, Emily, the first song you brought us today is "Get It Right." Would you like to tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. Well, this one's a funny one to start with. It's actually had a lot of local air radio play here in Los Angeles, which has been great. Nick Harcourt, who is sort of famed DJ, was featuring it on his show, and he has a special evening Monday night show called the 9 o'clock News on 88.5 FM that he put it on. And it's a song that it's sort of about that tenuous beginning of a relationship where it's still got all the tingles and the feels and you're kind of like oh, what are we doing here, and are we doing this? So it's like that, but when I recorded it for the record and then made it into a single, uh, I did all the music video myself, which I'd edited a couple of my own videos, but this was a purely sort of quarantine experience because the whole thing was like shot in my garage. And then I like I built the set, I shot it in the garage, and I edited it in my studio, and I don't know, and we had a lot of people really dug it. I also I went from the sort of glamour, long blonde flowing tresses of that country sort of country tinged genre, and like I had chopped my hair and I was wearing my big thick black glasses, so it has a different vibe to it than some of the other videos. And it was a fun project and a fun song to make. It's more positive than a lot of the other stuff on my record, but you need a little positivity in there too.
Yeah, sometimes one does. All right.
Sometimes.
Okay, so we're going to go right into "Get It Right." These Emily's contributions today have visuals, so go to mspwaves.com to see the visuals, and we're going right into "Get It Right."
Do this.
I cannot tell the difference
Brilliant. You bring it back.
Very nice.
Very nice, Emily. I really liked that one.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Even though it has a country twang, and I'm usually not like that much into country twang, but that was really nice. It's very soothing. So,
Yeah, I that's one that I don't even put in that category. It just feels like 70s mid-tempo like songwriter rock to me, which, I have that age perspective, so
We all do.
I think all things 70s in most cases kind of works for me. And then, when I get into the even this great electronic stuff in the 70s too. So, what can I say?
it's true.
Product of your generation.
So, the next song that you brought us is called Motels. Would you like to tell us a little bit about Motels?
Sure, that one, this is the benefit of meeting people for the first time after having been working in the biz with a lot of records for like 20 years. This is from a record that I put out 10 years ago. And it was the last record I made while living in New York City. And I had this band I was playing with at the time, pretty regularly the same players, which is always challenging when you're living in New York or LA, is getting the same people all the time because the good players are always getting drafted by bigger people to go on tour. So anyway, I'd made this record, and at the time I was also running this songwriter meetup. It was called What's in a Name, and the premise was there were a group of songwriters who wanted to be involved. We would get a word spark from someone, and I'd send it out to all the songwriters, and then I'd book a room for a month, and a month later, and we'd all show up at the room and bring our songs that were inspired by the word. At the time, we had things like Change and goodness, I can't even remember some of the other ones. Outside, they were kind of innocuous, kind of trying to keep it so it would inspire any kind of music. But I decided one time I was like, let's make this interesting. Let's get it tawdry. So I was like, let's do Motels, and it did. It had a lot of like sexy entries that month. But this was mine. It was sort of I always wanted to write sort of an acoustic song that you'd hear from like Queens of the Stone Age or from their collective desert sessions. So I went into it with that in mind, and I knew a bunch of other sort of, I don't know, like I knew one guy who was a singer songwriter. I knew another guy who was in punk rock bands, and both of them had brought up this idea of like they would just book a motel or a hotel every once in a while and just get away from everyone and write. And I was like, oh, wow, that's a great idea. It's just let's see what comes out of the idea of like living in a motel where it isn't just I need a place to stay before I get in my car and drive somewhere else. And so this idea of ghosts in the rooms that haunt motels, in particular motels instead of hotels, because that's sort of like lower down the rung. And then it came kind of a heavy song, which I liked. And then when we made the video for it, it was really fun because my friends were the ones who were making the video, and they were like theater people, so they're encouraging me to like, oh, play up the characters, play up the costumes. So then we really got into figuring out who some of these people might be that were haunting the motel, and I got to play all these different characters and live out my Cindy Sherman fantasy. So that's Motels.
Very
It's
cool.
been around for a while. It's probably one of the heaviest songs that I've had out because it's also dark and heavy versus like a song like Trouble, which I think I sent you to, which
Yes,
is
you did.
heavier rock, but it's up tempo and sexy and like the interplay of a bar flirtation. Whereas this is like, okay, these are, ghosts in the dead spirits in a motel, and
Let's
also
go.
about a relationship
Let's
that's
go do some
cheating
ghost busting. Let's go.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So ghost busting we are.
What are you drinking?
Drinking some mud.
Do people ever give you a hard time about
Technical difficulties day. Yeah, that one definitely has a 90s feel to it, doesn't it?
Absolutely, I like that one a lot. I liked the video.
Yeah, the video is very cool.
You're so versatile in the that it's amazing, you know, all the characters you played and great stuff, Emily.
Thank you.
So, as people know in the audience, we always give away little NFTs here on the show. So, I made a portrait of you, and you will be receiving, of course, an NFT of that said portrait. But we are also giving away one to the audience. And basically, what we do is we put it out in the audience, and you have to give them something they have to post in the audience, like, you know, anything from, you know, you can come up with, they have to post a picture of a pig on a bicycle or whatever, you know, to win this NFT. So, what do the people in the audience have to do to win your NFT?
Oh, wow. Huh. Put me on the spot here. Um, let's think. I do like the idea of them having to create something to get a creation that feels like a good interplay. So why don't we stick with the drawing theme? By the way, that creation you made is so amazing. Like I just love it. I've been like putting it as my avatar for a lot of stuff because I'm like, oh my
That's
God, they
so cool.
captured what's in my brain.
Absolutely. Okay, and you know, you can use it for anything, for t-shirts and anything. I
Thank
mean,
you.
so go ahead and do that. Denise will also give you the show you how to log into NFT showroom where it's hosted, so that you have the NFT as well, because then I'll transfer it to you. So
An NFT. I'm not exactly sure what that
okay,
stands for.
okay, an NFT is basically, it is, do you know how like Picasso used to like give away like well, sell signed prints, right? And they
Yes.
were, and so basically an NFT is the digital equivalent of a signed print. It
Gotcha.
gets a non-fungible electronic signature, so basically it's like that, just in the digital realm. So
Oh, okay.
so that
Rad. Well, thank you. I just got educated. Um, let's think. I'm
And
still
all this
trying to
stuff
come up
runs
with
on a
something
blockchain.
absurd that someone would have to draw. Okay, so I like this idea of creating a visual. It doesn't have to be drawn. It could be drawn, digital, painted, sculpted, whatever is your medium of choice. Maybe even photographed. Um, let's go with ugh. Um, it'll be an impression of what your definition of grace under pressure looks like.
that's a little bit complicated, but all right.
I
So
know, but you know, it'll inspire a lot of wacky stuff.
okay, so
Yeah, so
guys, on you have time to do a little doodle of grace under pressure, and throw it into the audience chat, and then, you know, we will choose who wins Emily's NFT. And no, termite, Van Gogh never sold signed prints. Picasso did.
Sorry, I just made it really complicated, didn't I?
It's all good. It's all good. They're just gonna
it
have to.
wouldn't be a challenge otherwise. So that's really cool.
So guys,
Put them to work.
take out your pen and paper, and to get this one, you need to do a doodle of Grace under pressure. Put a picture, take a picture of it, and throw it in the audience. All right, so let's go. While we're waiting for that, we're going to listen to Trouble. Do you want to tell us like something about Trouble before we throw
Sure.
it in?
Well, the fast version is Trouble's basically like last call at a bar and an interplay between two people who've been kind of flirting all night, but no one's going to play the card of like I'm going to go over first because they're both sort of seasoned professionals if you understand. Um but it's that, and you know, it's typical, like a lot of times end of night it's like the guy's busting the move, but in this case this is a very strong female. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not like everybody else. Like I got a game here too. I don't have to go with you. I could go with anybody. And you know, it's like this interplay of two really confident people, and I just put them in a bar, you know, because that I used to be a bartender. I'd seen it a bunch of times. And you know, it's this person is also not looking for the happily ever after. They might be looking for happily, you know, happy evening only. So, yeah, that's right, PZ.
Oh my goodness,
So,
yeah.
yeah, that's Trouble, and it's a rocker, and people really have dug it. For the people who like rock, you know, I mean, there's a lot of people who like quiet music, and I'm sure they have to go to electronic stuff for me to get that. So,
All right, so Trouble as is.
Let me get her back. That was rocking.
Yes. Good old solid American rock right there.
well, I am from the edge of the Midwest, so you know, you're gonna get middle of the country influence there for sure.
I like that you have all kinds of different genres. I'm one of these people that really
Thank you.
appreciates that, you know, because
Yeah, don't limit yourself.
yeah,
Thank you, thank you. Well, that's also my first. I actually I can't really say that. I was gonna say it's my first instrument because that's not entirely true. I had a Casio when I was very young, so I'd write these like little tunes on my Casio. But when I started taking lessons and taking songwriting a bit more seriously, it's always been the guitar as the first instrument. So anytime I tend to do anything on the keys, it always goes into, you know, electronic and trip hop and atmospheric synthy stuff. Um, so it's weird how like instruments can pull different types of music out of you.
oh, absolutely. Like, I mean, I do anything from classic to punk to Renaissance fair stuff. So, like,
Yep.
yeah. So, like, depending on what gets thrown at me, like, throw me a harp and something is going to happen, and then I end up blending them all together.
But that's
So,
so cool. That's, I
yeah.
mean, in a way, I think it's sort of a metaphor for the globe, for the global community, because I mean, it isn't just one type of person out there. There isn't just one type of music out there. And the closer we all grow together, where like the blurring of national lines and country identities and this mishmash of people coming together, you're going to get really interesting stuff. And I think, you know, hip hop and electronic have always been on the forefront of this because they're always drawing influences, whether it's from sampling or, um, I don't know, just I don't hear it as much in organic music. Sometimes you hear it, like, but it feels a little more regionally blending than, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. But I do like how you'll listen to an album like Introducing by DJ Shadow. There's so much stuff in that album, like samples, like he's just a super crate digger. And so all of those influences got put together and made this like really interesting sonic composition. Because I think of that album as a full composition more than individual songs. And that's just really exciting to me as
Yeah.
a musician, singer, whatever.
It's take history and make it new, like make it your own. That's basically what it is. I think we have a winner on the on the painting.
Oh, fabulous.
Junk Feathers has one. If you scroll up a little bit, you see pressure, and then he made a little
Little
grace.
Grace.
Yes.
Yeah, I
So
thought that was super
So
cute and clever.
we have a winner.
that's
Junk
junk feathers
Feathers.
for you.
Yay, Junk Feathers.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Junk Feathers wins Emily. He's out to his ever growing collection. He's won a few already. um. So what was the first, like, who was like the first influence that got you thinking I want to do music, Emily?
Probably the Beatles.
What
I
what
mean, the
stage?
first artist I remember listening to with any gusto was Elvis Presley. And that was partially because my dad is a huge Elvis Presley fan. But I don't think I was thinking of myself as, oh, I mean, I knew I could sing. I'd been singing since I was very, very young, but I never thought about it as something that I might do with my life until I discovered the Beatles and kind of immersed myself in their entire catalog and watched how they played with genres and like all of the work they did in the span of 10 years. You know, it was just and it hit at the time. They always talk about kids try on all these sort of different things, but around somewhere between like 10 and 12, they kind of like hit on something usually that sort of obsesses them. And for me, uh, learning to play guitar, starting to write, digging really deep into the Beatles catalog, all hit at that point in my life. So, there was stuff I was doing on like the keyboard stuff too, but I was just, it was a madhouse. And it almost seemed like for me, the way out of where I lived, which I never really felt like I connected with. I always felt like there's so much more than what this area offers me. Because I'm from like a small town outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And, a lot of people there, like, high school was the best time in their lives and they can't imagine like going elsewhere, or they don't like what other people do. And, I was just like, oh my God, I don't connect with this mindset at all. And I want to get out. And I've always felt that way. And so the idea of writing, and I guess I was starting to get some notice for it too. So I felt like, oh, I must be doing this right. It just seemed like my ticket out. And I knew there wouldn't be anything for me there unless I just didn't work, because everything I wanted to do, there was really no business or industry for it where I grew up. So
Yeah, obviously it was your ticket out, so you didn't make it out. Before I play your last song that you have with us, favorite Beatles song, which is your favorite?
oof, that's a hard one. Um, I Yeah, I guess it depends on when you ask me. What's coming to mind is two songs, which could not be further apart. For No One, off of Revolver, Paul's song, and I Want You, She's So Heavy, John's song off Abbey Road.
Very.
Total opposites, but in a way, it sort of encapsulates what I love about them. Like, For No One is this hugely sort of melodic in the British folk and pop tradition of like piano. It's kind of melancholy, and I Want You, She's So Heavy is clearly rooted in like American blues and roots.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, those are two.
As a kid, my the one I don't remember which what the name of it was, but it was the one where George sings "You Better Run for Your Life."
Yeah, Run
That
for Your Life.
yeah,
That's on I think that's off Rubber Soul. It
yeah,
might be the last
yeah.
song on Rubber
I was
Soul.
I was like 5. That was when I was 5, and when I was 13, my favorite Beatles song was "Tomorrow Never Knows." That
Yeah,
one,
that's a great one.
and
I
that
love all the
one's
crazy psychedelic
yeah.
stuff they do, but I have a hard time like ranking those with against like the really super strong traditional songwritten songs. Because I mean, Tomorrow Never Knows is one of my favorite songs of all time as well. And um, but it's so different than when you look at something like, I don't know, like Yesterday or whatever, which is like such a standard classic. And when I say standard, I mean like in the Brill building,
I know, I know, but
era of
it's
Yeah.
songwriting.
But for me, it's like I always rank by what always pops up in my head again. And it's like one of the songs that is on auto repeat in my brain. Because, like, in random moments, like, I'll have suddenly songs in my head if people say, like, a
Hmm.
snippet of something. And that one is always there, it's always present. So that's why
I
I
like the
can
way
relate.
your brain sounds.
uh, it,
No, seriously, that makes total sense to me, and I dig that you're the type of person that's what your brain sounds like on the inside, you know?
so the last song that you brought us is Alone. Would you like to tell us a bit about that?
Yes, that's a good one too. There's a good story behind that one. Alone, I wanted to give you something that was not a guitar rock song, so you can hear the other side. This was off a collaboration a EP called Angelinos that I did with Tim LaFave, who played on the David Bowie Black Star album and did a long stint with Tedeschi Trucks Band. Um, it's a very synth driven tune. It's not super like synth wavy or new wave or dance or anything like that, because it is rooted in a song and sort of there are real drums and real bass being played on it, so it feels more organic, but it has a lot of synth and a lot of textures. The song itself was inspired by I have an aunt and an uncle that I used to live with for a summer when I had an internship in New York City, and I wasn't living there yet. And so I lived with them, and they had always had this really a different kind of relationship than my own parents had. And I always felt it was something that I wanted to aspire to. It was very, they respected one another. They loved one another very deeply. They enjoyed each other's company. And they'd been together since they were very young. But the story of and I should premise that my uncle had just passed. And my aunt and I are very close. And I knew it would be obviously tragic for her, but I knew it would also affect her in different ways because they had a relationship that connected on so many different levels. And so I tried to take elements of their story and write that song to kind of commemorate their relationship. The singer in the song would be, sort of like my thinking of my aunt. And the second verse actually talks about like how their proposal, like my uncle's proposal to my aunt, which was not really a proposal. It was sort of like she was at an event with someone else, and he was just like, well, when Elaine and I get married, and it's sort of like, and of course she knew because she was in love with him the whole time. But there's a great word in Brazilian Portuguese called saudade, and it's sort of like melancholy and bittersweet, and it's tied up in nostalgia. And I tried to get a little bit of that from this relationship, seeing the full arc, and play with that. And so that's the story of Alone.
Right, so let's listen to Alone.
Mary Spiegel, sister, she created these amazing hits.
I was looking out the window, checking to see if I heard your car drive by. Now my heart, it keeps on crushing. I can't hear myself, I tell myself to try. Just try. Streets are darker, the dogs are barking, the freeways lit like streams of light by the moon. By streams, the light by the moon. When the light hits me, I feel a little better. I don't hear you talking in my head.
Some very nice visuals there.
Totally awesome. I love the track. Totally. That was so uplifting. Beautiful, beautiful
Oh,
song.
thank you. Thank you. I'd like to think that I did their story okay. I hope that they liked the song, but you never know.
So, Emily, what's up in the next future, like in the immediate future for you at the moment?
Let's see. Well, I've been doing some writing with a band called The Looking out of New York, and while we haven't released anything yet, we're edging closer to an EP that will probably come out, I don't know, in the next year, but we're hoping for something that materializes. And my side project Woves, which had a single come out at the beginning of the year called Release, is planning for the next single, which will be hitting around Memorial Day. It's like late May. And that song is So Used to Heartbreak, which sounds like it would be super sad and cryy, but it's actually got a good like jam to it, a little shake your butt action. So that's coming up. And I'm always writing. So I'm putting together songs that could be an EP that would be like the guitar stuff. Otherwise, I don't know. What else am I doing? I think that's the musical stuff. Who knows? You know, more trouble I can get into. Constantly shooting photos, constantly, you know, taking on new adventures and trying to stay grounded and focus on what's important.
Well, please stay in touch and come again,
I
please.
will.
It was an absolute pleasure having you.
Yes, please. Please
Thank
come
you.
again.
Thank you for
Thank you for
having me.
being here.
This was fun. I'm glad we worked out the technical stuff. If I just thought, oh, maybe I should just do this on my phone, I might have actually helped it along on my end at least.
Yes, you did.
So-
It all worked out.
We have the occasional chaos here. People are used to that. By the way, guys, I forgot to do the disclaimer. As you've noticed, we are not a show for kids. We do curse. We do all kinds of crazy things, and there's always technical difficulties. All things said in the in the show are the fault or to be attributed to the moderators and the guests, and not have nothing to do with MSP Waves as, you know, the entity itself. There we go, because I forgot to do the disclaimer.
Yeah, I totally did.
All right, so thank you so much, Emily. Please come back, okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
have a great
thank you
weekend.
so much for having
Thank
me.
you.
And if you have any new upcoming things you want us to, you know, blast on our social media, just always hit one of us up, and we'll gladly, you know, just also put that up there with you. So
Exactly.
I will definitely do that.
all right, bye. Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so the next guest that we have today is Bill Piff, who's also known as Sobereft.
Sobereft. Yeah. Hiya.
Hello.
Hello.
And he's the winner of the first Cypher Jam.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Round 93. Yeah. We have him
Yeah.
with us today. Congratulations on that in the personal matters right now. So awesome track, by the way. You contributed that there. Good stuff. What have you been up to?
Sobereft. Bill Piff.
Sobereft.
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Here we go again. I'm
Okay,
speaking.
we can't hear you.
Oh my god, he was speaking. It was working 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. All right.
All right, love. Why don't you try to relog? And while you're doing that, we're going to play your first track for people to listen to. It is GSK Scratch That with Termite, and then and then we'll try to get you back on. All right. Go for that. Oh my goodness.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Now I'm recording again. Let's see something. What can you say?
I'm a magic guy. I like getting high.
That is 24/7.
I'm the one you hating prick, the guy that keeps the bus waiting, cause if the world's my oyster, why have I gotta pay for it? I'm wasted it. You think that you think about your contribution to the melting pot they stew in? Well, some do, but most are stupid. So well done, you diluted music to the point where it's useless, but I'm useless too. So can use it to raise the point of view that makes people go crazy and shoot to kill. Life ain't your mate, in fact it hates you. You just got a deal. I know, keep your head boxed in, cause that's all the box you're lost in once, G. Now, that's the bane of my existence, taking K into my system, laying awake, going insane like did I really sniff it? Depicting sickening pictures, twisted and covered in dribble. Lyrics lucid thinking like who the fuck is you? If you don't bun that zoot till it be finished, they'll come and bug you city like give me your drugs, you ain't worthy of getting fucked up. Lesson number one, stuff, don't trust love. We all know what drugs want, just money, and unlike love, it's up front. I swear I'm done, bruv.
I might be talking shy, but when my dragon wings take flight on autopilot, spitting napalm, I'm causing fight. Looking target on GlaxoSmithKline, cause the pharmaceutical industry is just a murderous gold mine. Ah! Pterodactyls in the sky, then I burst through the window, sad and jagged shards of glass flying, roaring with the force of a lion. And my infrared third eye scope is sniping, like Tatak out the Titans, through the corridors like a python. Half political, halfway to just a heist, cause the opiates amps in Kent were cleaned out in double time. Amphibious transmorphic, high on morphine with a tropane solanaceous orchid. Immortal, dragon master forcing you to contort when I distort your thoughts and change form from dusk till dawn. Cutting meat along coke lines with a Hattori Hanzo sword.
Seriously?
Of course not, I cannot do that. Wow.
So that was fun. Let's get him back in and see.
Yeah, I
Yes.
told him to reboot. It should work now.
Okay. So let's get him back in.
Sobereft, are you there?
Hello.
There we
Yes,
go.
sir.
Yay,
Awesome,
yes,
yes,
everything's
you're
working.
back.
So
Hello.
you want to tell us a bit about that tune we just played, GSK?
That I did it in Bournemouth, right? I move around a lot, right? And when I was in Bournemouth, I wasn't having a very good time. I missed London a lot, and I knew the guy. I met the guy. I didn't know him until I really started doing music with him. But I met the guy that was second, and he was just in a really bad place. So I was trying to help him sort himself out by coming around and doing music and stuff. I can't say that it has like a overall point because that was. I just like singing words.
All right. So
But there's one of I think there's two that don't really have an overarching point, but there's three that are definitely I can talk about. But
okay,
yeah.
Okay, so the next song you brought us is called Flow. You want to tell us a bit about that one?
That is also the second. That's the second one that doesn't really have much to it.
All right.
My time in Bournemouth was a bit rubbish. I'm not going to lie, because I came straight from London and I wasn't ready to move at the pace that Bournemouth moves at. If nobody knows what Bournemouth is like, it's a seaside town in the southwest of England, and it's not up my street. It's where the BNP headquarters are, which is the British National Party. So that's where Farage has his party, and the people that like him live there, and it was not a very nice time. So I sort of just hibernated and met a bunch of people that rap, and we just started making music together, and that's why these don't really have that. It's not me first either. I should point out that it's not me first. I'm at the end in this one. But I also wanted to give the people that I was doing music with some airtime, because I doubt it will happen otherwise. So.
All right, so let's go with Flow.
So I took this long look into a mirror, didn't recognize a disfigured figure who stared back. Figured if I figured it out, then this figure could regain some fixture. Without weed I might see clearer. Massage my temple with the tip of my fingers, the same fingers that the accident left disfigured and scarred. I thought, fuck this shit, I got some heart, but maybe this time around I should just follow my gut. I still don't understand the meaning of love, but imagine that this love I'm feeling might not mean enough. A picture speaks 1,000 words, action shout louder than that. If I provide both, would the world react? I tried looking for this place I felt safe at and came across my grave, there's nowhere safer than that. I stopped being all defensive and decided I'll attack these entities in my mind with a plan of attack.
The second I clocked your figure, I knew you wasn't kidding when you said you might come back with some figures. Go figure, you was the one I couldn't figure out. Kiss a cloud of smoke and watch as the silhouettes kick and bounce. Paint a picture without a frame so it can decide its own fate. Cause who's the fairest of them all? Wait a second, Mr. Mirror, you don't even need to talk. Cause let's be honest, I'm more than reasonable. I got the logic it takes to speak this bullshit. I missed the cue, let me pull it round to your base and I'll take it all. A crazy fool that'll make you wish you never picked up this dangerous tool that gets wasted on wasted use. Blazing bombs, sitting, sipping Kestrel. I'll trade you a Scotch bonnet for some nonsense. Back when Bonwell Johnson wasn't lost in the other side's box office of no longer living offspring. Is this hard to get to the moon? Yo, I would've kept my lazy broken self back in bed on Pluto. My lazy broken self, my lazy broken self, broken self, my lazy broken self, broken self, my lazy broken self.
T'as relevé le numéro de la locomotive?
Désolé, j'ai pas eu le temps.
Well, that's some talent up there.
Absolutely.
And here's a shout out to my brother Michael, who just, made me see that I actually had not switched the slides yet. So thank you for assisting me in my, technical difficulty day today, Michael. I love you. He's listening to us today from home.
Hi, Michael.
Yeah, he's the
Hello.
one. He's the one that saves kittens and cats and all that. So he does a lot for humanity.
Awesome.
All right. So Bill,
Hello.
like with Emily, we made a portrait of you. So
Yeah, I really dig that. That's cool as fuck. That.
So we are giving away this portrait of Sobereft. So what do the people in the audience have to put into the audience chat to win this one?
I mean, I feel like that makes me look like SpongeBob. No, not the Earthworm Jim. Even looks like Earthworm Jim,
Totally.
and I like it. So I want like the coolest comic book one spread page that you can get.
Okay.
So like in most comics, there will be one page in the middle that will have like one piece of art going across both pages. I want the coolest one that you can find.
Okay, so so they have, let's say, until your last song to post it in, and then you're gonna have to choose which one's the coolest. Okay, so that's what we'll do. So the next song that you brought is called Too Short. So want to tell us about that one?
Yeah, this was so my dad, I don't want to get too deep, but my dad passed away when I was quite young. I was like 17 when he passed away. God bless. And this was my attempt at offsetting some of the depression and sadness that I was experiencing, because there's no need. Holding on to that stuff is like completely pointless. So I was trying to articulate how I felt. And it's not a very happy song. I'm not going to lie.
So I'm sorry about your dad. And
oh no, it's fine. That's like 30. It's like 13 years ago now.
I know.
But at the time, I was doing a music technology course, learning how to make music on a computer, and then it happened. He was in Italy when it happened. One of the songs actually is about the fact that he was in Italy. So he was not in the country when it happened, and then I used the college course that I was on to focus on something instead of letting the situation like absorb me.
All right, so we're gonna play Too Short, and while we do that, guys, look for a beautiful comic book spread to put us in the audience to win the NFT.
Am I missing or have I drowned? I think milk carton kids have probably got a better chance of being found. Slip the slice of life into her eyes, not before she needs to die. The error of time's way leads people to the light. Choose to lie like Tyler Durden. Choose the right and with a kiss it's kinda hurting. What's the first rule of Fight Club? I don't know, fuck you. I'm only here cause I'd like to die but no noose. Yes, I have a kid, no shit, I'm not that selfish. I surround myself with fire so I know how hot hell is. I know sex with strangers is good, but do it with a Johnny. Don't give me none of that shit like you can't do it properly, or it doesn't feel nice. Neither does abandoning your kid, prick. This is real life. To cope with the fact that I'm coping that I have to cope, I think about how I could in fact find some rope. But no, again, I can't fucking do that. What I can do is take drugs, eat food and get fat. Disguise my suicide as a mishmash of bad habits and sit inside the eyes of someone else's attraction. Okay, so I've had my Prozac, Zoloft, Ambien and Valium, and now I feel the same, just can't be bothered to do the damage. Just sit in the corner and turn my pain into passage so I can feel like I force feed some other people to have it. Cause I'm not selfish, I like to spoil you. I'm about to chase the dragon. You're welcome to the foil, dude.
That was good but rough. Jesus.
Yeah, totally. Yep.
Yeah.
I like it. Like rough.
Yeah,
but
it's rough, but the
raw,
yeah,
very raw.
Absolutely. And the foil comment, that's some good writing.
I mean, what stands behind it is, rough. So
I know,
yeah.
but it's good writing there. I mean, it's lyrically very good writing. Like rough, but like the foil one, that was like really awesome.
I don't know. I think if you're gonna say something, you may as well say it with some conviction.
Right.
Even if it is sad, like own the sadness,
So
so true.
The next song that you brought is The Hunt. You want to tell us a bit about that one?
Yeah, well, this is, I mean, all of the stuff I should have really, there's only one, I didn't want to give you too much new stuff because I'm still focusing on the new stuff and I don't want to ruin delivering the new stuff. I don't want to lose the appeal of the new stuff. So I've only sent one new thing. This one and all the stuff before is quite old. But this is the one that is about, because when my dad did pass away, the coroner came downstairs and said the person that was with him when he passed away, he thought they might be lying. So instead of like chasing it, because I didn't have the brain power at the time, I just wrote a song about it instead. And it is from the point of view as if I found out that she accidentally knocked him into the water instead of him jumping in the water. So I'm sorry for being. I'm not sad. So I hope no one else is getting sad because I'm not sad about it anymore. It's just is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, right. I mean, what I think one always keeps the sadness, but it sort of like it dials down a bit. It's more like a dull ache than like the sting, I guess.
I mean, given the way that the world's going, I think he's got the easy way out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's not. God, yeah. Okay. On the note of the zombie apocalypse, here is The Hunt.
American Express?
That'll do nicely, sir. And would you like to rub my tits too?
I need more song though. I need more song. That's why the other one works. The whole...
Termite. T to the T to the T to the Ermite. Bell Pip. Given grace, I just like to take the time to say, you haven't been here since I went and found my brain. Sorry, ignore me, I decided to get drunk again. What I say isn't important, gone and done it funk again. I got kicked out and don't know what the fuck is good. Everything I've known and loved has turned to dust and burnt as wood. Took it how I should, factional for minutes, functional killing and brought in the parents of our children. It's not the lost you that does the actual damage. Just knowing we can't conversate exacerbates the tragic. Television static is where I try and lose myself. When it doesn't employ, I'm the first to try and destroy myself. Skin deep, saline dripping Italy. Dead weight is too much for a weedy woman's weak. You can ask for help, but I will never speak, because what you are to me isn't worth the faded speech. Do I take it as a sign we don't ask to meet, yet we still do see each other? I do so like what it is you do to me. If I could pretend I'm fine, I'd do it on the daily. Burn bridges hurt, but I didn't say goodbye to the guy that made me. Fast forward to the inquest, I'm glad I've had kids yet, just so he could see the end of Lucy's piss test. Growing up hurt, yes he has missed it, but then we're back to aborting the babies of our children.
Brilliant.
Very nice. Let me grab him. Yeah, big up, man.
So you were
Good
talking.
stuff.
So you were talking about a new album. Want to tell us a bit about that one?
Well, it's still in its infancy. We've also planned another EP, as well. That's probably going to happen first because we got the concept figured out as well. Bit of mystery though. We need to solve the mystery, and I don't want to give too much away right now. But if anyone knows what happened to Tiffy, that'd be a good start.
Who's Tiffy?
She's coming up in a bit. She's coming up on the net. If
They can. Yeah, we're gonna play the last song. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So I didn't know if she was real or not. So okay, so
but we're like 5 tracks into the album, or 4 to 5, and we want to do another 6. I think 6 or 7.
And it's all about Tiffy or what?
No. That's going to be the EP, I think. But I need to deliberate. I don't want to give too much away.
All right. So then, what we're gonna do is we're gonna, see that we're gonna play the last tune, which is Tiffy got 5 years and 4 months, and this one comes with a visual. So if you want to watch it on mspwaves.com. Here we go.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. It sounds like a foreign language to me.
Hello. How's it going?
Hi.
I have a question for you. Where, honestly, do you see yourself in, let's say, 5 years?
Better believe brothers are betting against you. I say what I see, not what I saw. For a whiff of the draw, bait heads exchanging pretense of a friendship. Sniff with a whore, or sit on a horse, nay. Chasing the change like a tramp that's abandoned his dragging place. And the shit I say in a way that's insane, called me a savage. School is a factory, contorting what facts is aborting your tactics. It's war on your magic. Draw a sigil, point to the sun and watch that it happens. Clock you're a magnet, repel the force with the law of attraction. I'm bored of talking all this thoughtless story for status. Walking the
the atlas. Like COVID said, it's flat as fuck. You can't afford your lunch now, that's a rub. Like the second coming climax, this heavy load, is it something you can stomach? Lie back, tell me something that is fucked up. I know you want it, why won't stop it? Wait, hold up, can we stop this? I have got a lot of problems. Dope had me popping oxy, I'm still pretty wobbly, but we'll keep on plodding on, it's not a problem. What I've got, that's all I've got. I want these like vegans for a pizza with not cheese. Blueberry Stilton so high cause I got stilts on. You're stuck still trying to find your skill, son.
Where honestly do you see yourself in, let's say, 5 years from now, like business wise or whatever you're doing?
Porn movie. Prostitute.
Fucking A, man. I'm kidding.
We're gonna destroy this cave for you. We're gonna burn it. Let's just smash it right now. We can't smash it on. Can't just throw it. Bring it back. One more time. What causes damage to your mind? Out of what? Vinyl.
So, vinyl causes damage to my mind. Good to know. Bring it back. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, Sobereft.
Sorry. Hello.
So we haven't got a spread yet, a comic book spread. Do we want to maybe do a comic book GIF instead?
Yeah, that'll work.
So guys, find a comic book GIF and throw it into the room, to win the wonderful NFT here that we have of Sobereft.
Sorry, I feel bad because all of my stuff's like really short and punchy, and I've not filled up much time. I feel bad.
I don't feel bad at all. I mean, it was absolutely lovely having you, and we do want you to come back. Also, I wanted to know, are you going to be joining the Mad World Challenge, that the contest that I have on?
I had a look at that, and that spun my head out. I don't know what I'd use.
Whatever
comes to mind.
Your fingers on the table,
I might.
The fork clapping somewhere.
When does it close?
It's going to close on April 30th. I'm gonna, I'll make the announcement in a minute. But it's so guys, while we're talking about this, we have a contest going on called the Mad World contest. Basically, what it is that you have to make music out of common objects. You have 5 common objects that you have to make music out of. You make a tune out of it, and you can win 5 Hiveback dollars and the Mad World NFT. So and a few other things. So, you care to join this challenge? We've had it before. So.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a go. I'll definitely give it a go.
Absolutely, and it's a fun challenge too. We had it before, like years ago. I had it before, and we had some very fun entries. One guy, he used everything in his kitchen. It was like pots and pans and whatnot. So that's always
give Stomp a run for their money.
Absolutely. You work a lot with Termite as well. I noticed. So.
Yeah, we had like a really long hiatus because I ended up living in a little. It was like a commune in the middle of London. I was living on a land squat at Heathrow, taking up the space for the 3rd runway at Heathrow, and that lasted for like a year. And then I went off to Bristol, and that lasted for like a year. So I haven't. Prior to that entry that I did, I hadn't spoken to him for like 3 years.
Are you going to go back to London?
No, I'm in a little town at the minute, that's like near Exeter, but I don't know what I'm doing at the moment.
Okay, so you're open to everything at the moment. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, I got offered work in Bulgaria. I might go and do that.
Well, that's interesting. Traveling never hurts. So just stay safe. Wear your bubble suit, and all will be well.
Yeah.
All right. So take care. Thank you so much for coming, and
thank you for having me.
And absolutely come again, please. And if you're up for collaborations,
Oh yeah, now that, because I get really nervous about hearing my stuff. Now that I'm not like having a little panic attack, I'll put some of my social media links in the chat.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'm open to collaborations as well.
Yeah, because it's always fun, and you know he's also on Hive as well, guys. So
Hit the link before I can do it.
With another different name.
Yeah.
yeah, with the one that I can never pronounce, Bazoo Shoots. Oh my god.
I don't know how to say it either because I got it from someone else.
Okay, Bzushuba, Bzushuba. Oh my god. All right, so thank you for coming. All right.
No, thank you again for having me. It's been nice. I've enjoyed it. I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah. Take care.
So, Denise, do you have anything for us today?
We still have the ongoing Gaia interventions for Ed Privat and our friend Segovia, who's in the audience today. Thank you for tuning in. It's really awesome. So far, I think that's everything. Oh yeah, we actually will make a. Oh hi, look, hi Skyline. I do still have like an NFT to give away today, but since nobody wants like Sobereft, I don't know if you guys heard it. To win Sobereft's NFT, post a picture of a comic book.
Yeah, comic book figure. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez, people, are you even there? Is anybody listening, or are they just?
Yeah, they're listening. They're listening.
I'm sorry. Oh, she did? Okay, sorry. Let me go back and check.
Thank you, Skyline.
Oh, there you are. Yeah. So yeah, but Psionic Tremors won the NFT.
Okay, brilliant. She did? Oh, she up there? I didn't see it.
Yes. There's a comic.
Okay, got it. Okay, so Saya wins it. Saya, you have to join NFT showroom. You log in with your Hive credentials, and then I can bring it back, give it to you. Okay. Like that, you'll get it.
Yeah, and dig out your tunes, musicians, and drop them into our chat here so we can listen to them.
Yeah, Junkfeather says he has to give others a chance. That's true because he has like the largest collection, I believe, of it all. Yeah, another thing that I wanted to say, we do have Gaia Intervention at the moment, which for those of you that do not know what it is, it's we have a little basically a community assistance program called a Gaia Intervention. We have at the moment 2 projects, actually 3 at the moment, because originally we have for El Bruyo, also known as Segovia, we are trying to raise funds to get him a small laptop that he can work and do music on again, because he's not been able to do so because his old one died. And the second one, we're trying to assist with raising some funds for Ed Privat so he can get his dogs from South Africa to France, where he's currently living, so that the family is no longer separated. But at the moment, we actually have a very important a project, not a project, but like a cause which is needs quick assistance at the moment. We're trying to trying to raise $200 to be able to help Segovia go and see his grandmother, who is sick with COVID and might not survive, and he's trying to get the travel costs together for it. So if you want to assist with that, please, you can donate to our
directly to him,
or to the Gaia Intervention Fund, and then just please leave in a note what it's for, so we can, we're trying to let him get to his sick grandmother. So please, if you can, please help with that. That's for now. Like the whole Gaia Intervention stuff, Ryan is going to put up the links for it. And let's see. So has anybody brought any of their tunes that they would like us to play today? Throw it into the audience. And while we wait for that, Divine, what have you been up to the past few days?
Wow, this week was like a crap week for me, actually. So not up to much. I had I stopped myself of going crazy, doing too much. How I like to get myself into this, just do too much until, I get so overwhelmed and I can't do this anymore. That's why I turn off my computer at a certain time. And with my health, being not so good last year, I just I had to stop. Now I have these horrible allergies. I told you about that.
Yeah.
My allergies are back and my food allergies are back. So yeah, I was like not having fun and just taking it easy and didn't really do much this week. So I'm studying for my school, so that was my main priority. But I just had to like, you know how I am, totally driven. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do this. And
Yeah.
you look up and then you sit down at 10 and you look up. Oh, wow, it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What's going on? You know, and I just feel I have to do everything right away. And I don't know. So that was, but I'm doing better now. And I caught myself. So yeah.
So
Nobody wants to put a song in.
while we wait for the song today, I'm going to just play one of mine. It's actually a song that I did with Nikki Havey from Ema. So shout out to Ema. It is called Nebula, and yeah, here we go. And that was that.
That's an awesome tune.
Yeah, he did really well.
You did too.
I was inspired by what he was doing, so there's that. So we have in the audience
Skyline Tigers and PZ.
Yeah,
and there's Psionic Tremor.
Sayo did the first one, so we're gonna do Sayo's first. Oh my god, if I can see what I'm doing. Oh my, it's one of those days. Alright, so let's go. So the first one we're gonna play, so we get everyone in. I also saw that you sent one, but I'm gonna do our guests first.
Okay. So that's just if.
If whatever. So, oh my goodness, where is it? Where is Sayo's? Where is Sayo's? I saw it. I knew it was there. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so I know what you want to do by Psionic Tremors. It is. Let's go and play it. Yay. Brilliant. Very
I'm
nice.
still listening. Yeah, it's so funny when you cut in. I'm still listening to the music. That was an amazing track.
Absolutely. So the next one that we're going to be playing is going to be by Skyline Tigers, and it's called Protector. So let's get that one. Want to play for me?
I'll be the guardian of our love. Make me the guardian of our love. Forever safe with me. You build the walls around your heart so high. I know the hurt you feel inside. Won't confide it. You guard your truth from me. But I just want you to believe your heart is safe with me. I'll be the guardian of our love. Make me the guardian of our love. Forever safe with me. Let me in your heart. I'm your key. Let me in your heart. You guard your truth from me. But I just want you to believe your heart is safe with me. I'll be the guardian of our love. Make me the guardian of our love. Forever safe with me. Let me in your heart. Let me in your heart. I'm your key.
Nice.
Very, very nice. And we have another chance to win an NFT.
Yes.
And yeah, it will be, I'm going to post it here. The Mushroom Paradox, digitalized Mushroom Paradox, because this is actually a real painting of mine, a 3D. I use mixed media and digitalize it, as you can see, and you can win it now. And what I want to see from you people I want a dancing mushroom.
Okay, so while you find a dancing mushroom, we are going to play a song by Divine and Sonic Tremors called XYZ. Okay. So
Thank you.
We're in the last throes of the show today. That was very beautiful. I loved it, and especially the harmonica. But since we like pressed for time, what I need to do is we have one more last NFT to go today, and that is the that is the my god, Teletiger and T-Vine. Jeez.
Oh wow, we're forgetting Rondon up there.
Yeah, and Rondon the son. So
we found a picture of his real face.
Yeah, so for everyone who wants to win that one, you're going to have to find a dancing Teletubby. We're going to be going out of the show with a song by Junk Feathers and me. He put that out there for us to throw in. It's under a collaboration named Tiger Feathers called A Little Too Late.
Oh.
And before everything ends here, you want to tell us what's going to happen next show, or we,
Well, they need to keep an eye out for the next post.
Absolutely. Keep an eye out for the next post. Please remind, if you can, please help Segovia go and see his Nona before, something happens that, will, break our hearts, collective hearts. I mean, it's very hard in Venezuela to travel, and as I said, if we're trying to raise that $200 travel cost so he can see her, before, because she is very ill at the moment. So if you can help, that would be
Everybody
great.
just gives a little,
Yeah, just a little, hive or whatever you can do, but that would be very much appreciated. Yeah. So I don't remember how long the song is, so let me go and look before we leave you with cold air and all that like that. So that's
also congrats to Bill Piff on winning the Mushroom Paradox.
Absolutely.
Do you have an account, right, on NFT Showroom?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Which name does he use there? The same,
obviously. The Busha. Yeah, that. So, yeah, that's the one that he has it on. Yeah, we have a little bit of time because it's like 2 minutes 58. So, to play that. So let's see who's winning the NFT. Win the NFT. Oh yeah, and then yeah, just as I said, if you want to, play, enjoy, give us enjoyment, please, engage in the Mad World contest, because it's going to be fun. As I said, you can use anything that's in your house or outside of your house, just everyday objects, your grandmother, your dog, a pot, a pan, your neighbor's chamber pot, to make music. And there are some prizes, some nice NFTs, and $5 hive back dollars, for the winner, and the NFTs for the second and third place. We will be playing all the songs on the show on the 1st of May, and the so on the 1st of May, and the deadline is April 30th. So now we're going to go into Junk Feathers, Tiger Feathers, A Little Too Late. And yeah, thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you for putting up with all our technical difficulties. We love you all. And
yeah. It's love. Have a great weekend. Thank you for tuning in.
All right, bye.
Bye.
It takes no effort to be broken. You get accustomed to the beat. You'll find that love is but a token to keep you warm in the rain. I refuse to think about the end. 49 has no right. It's so easy to be broken. There is no flaw in the design. Love is but a token, but it's worth more than gold. Watch your destiny unwind.